My friend is taking me to afternoon tea today, but I don't know what afternoon tea it is. It's a surprise. It's kind of a follow-on from my birthday celebrations. All she's told me is that I need to meet her at Oxford Circus tube station. And yeah, I admit I actually went on Google to try and see if I could find any afternoon teas around the area, but it's not, I didn't really find anything. So I'm quite intrigued to see what afternoon tea it is, but I love an afternoon tea, so I want to go, and obviously I want to give a review of it as well. So let's go for this mystery afternoon tea. So the afternoon tea I went to was at the Langham Hotel, the Langham, which is a really beautiful old building. It was one of the first places that you could get afternoon tea, and yeah, so I was quite excited about that. So let's start with the service. It was good and not so good. Initially, at the beginning, it was quite good, quite attentive. And I find this this is what happens when there's like a change in shift, and this has happened before at other afternoon teas that we've been to. It kind of, when there's like a shift change, it falls down a bit, and we were kind of struggling to get people's like service attention. At one point there was like nobody on the floor, and it was just like, we were trying to get some water, we were trying to get another pot of tea, and it was quite hard just getting attention. I mean, it did get really busy, but my thing is, it gets really busy, get more staff, but then I know hospitality at the moment is still kind of struggling to get more staff, employ more staff. They asked us 3 times what my dietary requirements were. Now, when my friend bought, she would have put, she knows that I'm pescatarian, but we were asked when we arrived, then we were asked again by another server, and then we asked again when there was another server who came to take our order for tea, and it's like, you're asking 3 times, but you should already have the information there. I just thought, okay. The sandwiches are probably the best finger sandwiches I've had so far in a traditional afternoon tea. The bread was soft, the fillings were good. So there was salmon, egg, celeriac, which I've never had, and cucumber, and they were all good. I had a second help on the sandwiches, they were that good. So big thumbs up on the sandwiches. The scones were okay. I mean, I've had better scones. What I liked was that they had pineapple jam, which I actually like pineapple jam, but you don't really see it that often at afternoon teas. It's normally raspberry or strawberry. So it was nice to have pineapple jam. Now, the sweets. What am I going to say? Presentation of the sweets, yes. Pretty, especially the one that looked like the custard cream. But again, disappointing taste-wise. Now, the custard cream one was actually good. I ate all that one, and then there was a little sort of square one. I can't even remember what it was called, sort of pink one. That was good. The one that had kind of marshmallow in it, I don't know what flavour that was. It was horrible. And then the kind of Swiss roll one, it just had this really funny sort of bitter taste to it. No. I'm gonna give them, so 2 out of 4 I suppose isn't too bad, but again, the sweets disappointing, and these sweets weren't that big either. I will say that, considering how much it costs. It's like, why are they so small? But anyway, because it was my belated birthday, they gave us a little sharing cake, and that was probably the best dessert out of everything we had. And I don't know whether that's made in-house or not, I don't know, but that was the best dessert. So all in all, it was a good afternoon tea. I don't know, because it's the Langham, I kind of maybe expected a bit more from it. Oh, I forgot to mention, they did have the piano, which was nice. So it was quite loud, even though we weren't that near to it. So I was glad we were kind of further away from it, because if we were really near to it, we probably couldn't hear each other speak. It was that loud. So yeah, it was a good afternoon tea. Probably not one of the top ones that we've been to, but it was a good afternoon tea. So let me know in the comments if you've been to the Langham for afternoon tea. One thing I want to do this year, I'm going to try and do more sort of non-traditional afternoon teas, because there's just so many different ones out there now. Yes, you still have your good old traditional ones, but I'm really liking the look of the non-traditional ones that I'm seeing. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at more this year. I haven't forgotten about the kind of the Groupon afternoon teas as well. And with the Groupon afternoon teas and the Welch afternoon teas, the kind of discount ones, you tend to have sort of more non-traditional ones as well. So I will be looking at that as well. Until next time, Kate lovers.